Brisbane, and I think they've done a really good job of tidying up their defence. LaMelo.
Rebound. LaMelo has Patase on him.
We're Hoop Central, and this is how one controversial NBA star is doing the impossible. LaMelo Ball's career has been a whirlwind of flair, audacity, and undeniable talent. A young man who emerged from the shadows of reality TV fame and his famous basketball family, LaMelo has carved his unique path in the NBA, dazzling fans with no-look passes, deep threes,
With the dart into Cody, back out to LaMelo. Oh, my. Whoa.
and a swagger that can't be ignored. But his rise to superstardom isn't just about flashy highlights. It's also a tale of resilience, reinvention, and a raw talent that turns skeptics into believers. Now, before we dive into his career and all he's achieved in just a few short years, we need a quick favor. Help us build something special here at Hoop Central by hitting that like button and subscribing. Your support makes all the difference, and in return, you'll get hours of great NBA content. Now let's get back to the amazing story of LaMelo Ball. Born on August 22, 2001 in Anaheim, California, LaMelo grew up in a basketball-centric household. His father, LaVar Ball, is a larger-than-life figure who didn't just raise three basketball-playing sons. He built a brand.
I knew I had a brand once I had all three of them. It's gonna be the big baller brand.
Even people who don't follow the league know about LaVar, and trust me, he's very happy about that. He was trying to put together a family dynasty and repeatedly said his sons were the future of the league.
Got a nice little system here. As soon as the boys come home from school and practice, we make about 200 shots on the shooting machines. My boys make just like it's nothing. Shoot them with your left. See that? They not ready for that. And the next thing I do is I make them lift weights Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, we doing pull-ups. So, good.
With the very, very, very vocal support of his dad.
A lot of people be like, oh, you push them to the limit. No, I guide them to the limit. I tell them what to do and get it done.
Alongside his brothers Lonzo and LiAngelo, LaMelo burst onto the scene at Chino Hills High School, where the trio turned high school basketball into a viral phenomenon. LaMelo's game was a spectacle from the start. As a freshman, he shared the court with Lonzo and helped lead Chino Hills to an undefeated season and a state championship. By the time his years in high school had come to an end, LaMelo was a name that was being spoken by basketball fans all over the country. Was he really the future of the NBA? While most high school phenoms follow a traditional path to the NBA, LaMelo's journey was anything but conventional. At 16, he shocked many when he skipped college altogether, turning pro overseas. First, it was Lithuania, where he joined VC Vytautas alongside his brother LiAngelo. The experiment was chaotic, to say the least, but LaMelo showed flashes of brilliance. Despite the skeptics calling it a circus, he was gaining invaluable experience against grown men.
Keičiasi žalgiriečiai ginamaisiais, visi gali keistis, visi tą ir daro, bet vis tiek.
Next came a stint in the Australian National Basketball League, where LaMelo silenced the doubters. At just 18 years old, he dominated, averaging 17 points, 7.6 rebounds, and 6.8 assists per game. His court vision and basketball IQ were off the charts. He wasn't just a flashy kid from Chino Hills anymore. He was a bona fide playmaker, and NBA scouts were definitely paying attention.
Defense. LaMelo shakes one way, then the other, then the pass to Josh. Ball driving. For him. Ball, something special coming up off the lane.
In the 2020 NBA draft, LaMelo was selected third overall by the Charlotte Hornets.
With the third pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the Charlotte Hornets select LaMelo Ball.
Many questioned whether the small market franchise could handle such a big personality, but the partnership turned out to be electric. From the moment he stepped on the court, LaMelo brought a buzz to Charlotte that the franchise hadn't seen in years. In his rookie season, LaMelo took the league by storm. He averaged 15.7 points, 6.1 assists, and 5.9 rebounds per game, earning Rookie of the Year honors despite missing time with a wrist injury. More importantly, he made basketball fun in Charlotte again. His no-look passes,
Back, This time leaves it for Hayward!
Ankle-breaking crossovers, and deep three-pointers made him a league pass favorite.
LaMelo! How did he do that? Most guys would have had vertigo!
But it wasn't just his skills that won people over. It was his infectious personality. LaMelo played with a joy that was impossible to ignore. He danced after big shots, celebrated teammates' success, and carried himself with a confidence that felt more like charming than cocky. Even though he was becoming one of the more promising young stars in the league, LaMelo's early career wasn't without its fair share of controversy. Some people didn't like the way his father butted into the draft process and how much press he was getting. Others felt that LaMelo had an ego that was too big for him, especially when compared to his limited accomplishments. They thought he had a lot more to prove before he could be considered a bona fide star, and he needed to be reminded of that. It was like he was listening to the critics after year one, because LaMelo's sophomore season was even more impressive. He averaged 20.1 points, 7.6 assists, and 6.7 rebounds, becoming one of the youngest All-Stars in NBA history. His game matured, but it didn't lose its flair. He developed a knack for controlling the pace of a game, a skill usually reserved for seasoned veterans.
Couldn't imagine it coming from Germany at 20.
One of the highlights of his career came in the 2022 All-Star Game, where he showcased his talent alongside the game's biggest names. It was very clear that he wasn't intimidated and knew he belonged. His performance was a reminder that LaMelo wasn't just a young star. He was on his way to becoming one of the faces of the league. While the Hornets have struggled to surround LaMelo with a championship-caliber roster, he continued to shine. He's the engine that makes the team go, orchestrating the offense with his elite passing and scoring ability. His chemistry with teammates like Miles Bridges turned Charlotte into one of the most exciting teams to watch, even if their playoff success has been limited. Off the court, LaMelo embraced his role as the Hornets franchise player. He's become a fan favorite in Charlotte, engaging with the community and taking his role as a leader seriously. LaMelo's game is built on creativity and vision. He sees plays before they develop, threading passes through impossible angles and making his teammates better.
LaMelo, what a pass fight!
His deep shooting range forces defenders to pick him up as soon as he crosses half court, opening up the floor for everyone else. Defensively, he's still admittingly a work in progress, but his length and instincts give him the tools to improve. At 6'7", he's one of the tallest point guards in the league, and he uses his size to his advantage, grabbing rebounds and starting fast breaks with ease. But perhaps LaMelo's greatest gift is his ability to entertain. In an era where basketball is as much about the spectacle as a sport, LaMelo is a perfect fit. He plays the game with a sense of joy and creativity that resonates with fans, making him one of the most marketable young stars in the league. No NBA career is without its challenges, and LaMelo's journey has been no exception. Injuries have been a concern, with multiple ankle issues causing him to miss significant time. Critics have also questioned whether his style of play can translate to sustained playoff success. But if LaMelo's career so far is any indication, he thrives on proving people wrong. He's already defied expectations by succeeding on his unconventional path to the NBA, and he's shown the ability to adapt and grow. As he enters the prime years of his career, the big question is whether Charlotte can build a contender around him. LaMelo has the talent to be the cornerstone of a championship team, but the Hornets need to surround him with the right pieces. That process is taking some time, but Charlotte fans have seen promising moves from the new management that suggests Buzz City will be looking bright as the future goes on. At just 23 years old, we all know that LaMelo Ball's story is still being written. But one thing is clear, he's not just a player, he's a straight-up phenomenon. From his viral high school days to his all-star performances, LaMelo has captured the imagination of basketball fans worldwide. He's the embodiment of the modern NBA, a player who blurs the lines between entertainment and competition, who plays with a flair that feels almost artistic. And while his journey is far from over, and some people doubt him and think he's too much talk, too much personality, LaMelo has already left an indelible mark on the game. In a league full of stars, LaMelo Ball stands out, not just for his talent, but for the way he makes basketball feel fun again. Whether he's leading a fast break, hitting a step-back three, or pulling off a behind-the-back dime, one thing is certain. When LaMelo Ball is on the court, you can't take your eyes off him. And really, isn't that what being a superstar is all about? Thank you for joining us as we've looked at the career so far of LaMelo Ball. Put in the comments below what you think has been the brightest spot. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you get the latest content right when it drops. Until then, we'll see you next time.